No mai harimai, ko Bradford Morse toko ingoa, te amo kapua, te Piringa, te whare wananga Waikato. Welcome, I'm Brad Morse, Dean of Law, Faculty of Law here at the University of Waikato, the most unique law school in the world. I've had the pleasure of regularly visiting Aotearoa, New Zealand since 1982 in a variety of capacities, visiting professors, consultants, speaking at conferences and the like. I've been working in particular on Indigenous legal issues since the early 1970s. And so there's a natural synergy from my experience in Canada with the position here in Aotearoa, New Zealand. And as a result, I guess, particularly of that and the many friendships and experiences I've had in New Zealand, I was actively recruited by University of Waikato to be given this distinct pleasure of having the opportunity of being dean of this quite remarkable law school. I've watched it from the early stages of the planning for it, with its formal opening in 1991 and the way in which it's grown over the years. It's a law school that has quite a distinct vision. It commits itself to excellence in the provision of teaching of legal education. Furthermore, that teaching reflect law in all of its contexts, not just as a matter of black letter rules, but rather the way in which law interacts with society and influences and responds to economic, social, and cultural conditions. And furthermore, of course, this is a faculty that is committed to training lawyers with the skills they need to function in modern society. And for most, that doesn't mean being in a courtroom. It means engaging in negotiations and resolving people's and corporate disputes. And finally, this is a law school that has truly embraced the bicultural nature of Aotearoa, New Zealand. It is predicated upon respecting the principles of partnership in the Treaty of Waitangi and really trying to work to develop for the 21st century the kind of legal foundation that meets the needs of all of New Zealanders, Maori as well as non-Maori, that meet the principles of the treaty, that draw upon Maori legal values as well as imported legal values to create the best legal results that meets our needs going forward. And so with that kind of a makeup, it's hard to have resisted the temptation to come here, because I genuinely believe this is a unique law school in global terms. Our law school has gone through quite a dramatic transformation over the past 4 years. We have increased our student numbers, we've diversified the variety of our students, we have recruited highly talented individuals from around the world. Our research output has increased dramatically. We're now the top-ranked faculty within the university. We have increased significantly in global terms. We're now listed in the top 100 law schools in the world. We have a vital center of environmental resource and energy law that's in groundbreaking research. Similarly, we have an extremely active and productive Maori and Indigenous governance center that is again reaching out to the broader world within New Zealand as well as overseas through partnerships and linkages with many universities and similarly situated research centers in other parts of the world. And so we have really an explosion of activity going on within Te Piringa Faculty of Law, including the largest PhD program in law in the country. In my view, Te Piringa Faculty of Law is a uniquely qualified law school in a variety of ways. First off, this is a wonderfully warm, friendly law school that has a sense of whānau or family experience for students and staff. We have the largest percentage of Maori students within any law school in the country, as well as Pacific Islanders, that blend with those from Europe as well as from the rest of the world, those whose ancestors have now been in New Zealand for 2 centuries or who recently came off a plane, such as myself. Furthermore, we have a diverse academic staff. Half are from New Zealand, half were born and initially trained in law in other countries around the world, including different languages and legal systems. Furthermore, we are the strongest law school in the country in environmental, resource, and energy law issues. We are, of course, the strongest law school in Maori and Indigenous issues. We have an extremely talented and extensive array of scholars on international law issues and public law generally. And so for students who are interested in that kind of an experience, for students who wish to be embraced by a law school with a very distinct personality and style of operation, that it focuses on collaboration among students, working together for the betterment of all, including the educational advancement of all students, and who particularly have interests in some of the areas of our expertise, then I think this is the law school to come to.